Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to see about the Docker network, right? So what is the Docker network and why we need it, how we can create the network inside a Docker container and all, we're going to cover in this video. All right, so let's execute command docker network ls. Okay, I'm inside the Docker container, so that's the reason it's giving weird errors. So let's do one thing, stop all the containers and delete all the containers. Docker stop ps-aq. It will stop all the running containers. And let's do remove the container from the operating system. All right, so let's do one thing, execute docker network ls. So by default, the Docker network will try to create a default network, and whenever you are running any container, so it will try to use this NAT network ID to assign an IP address to your Docker container. So we'll do one thing. First, we'll try to understand. First, we'll try to create two containers, and how the network part is happening inside the Docker container. We'll try to understand, and from there, how the network is operating inside the Docker daemon, the Docker engine, and how the IPs are getting assigned to the Docker container. So we'll see those things in a moment. So let's run two containers, docker run -it hyphen name is win underscore container underscore one, and then specify a host name. Win container one, and then I want to use mcr dot this image, and ltsc 2019 is the image name. So just try to understand. I'm just creating a Docker container, that's it. Okay, so we'll try to run the command in a detached manner. Docker ps hyphen a docker rm. Okay, so I will try to run this command in a detached manner to run the container in the background. So for that, I will provide -d option. All right, so I'm going to run one more container with container 2. I'll assign a name to this container as container 2, and host name is win container 2. All right, this is also created. If you see docker ps, those two containers are up and running. So first we'll try to understand how the IPs are getting assigned to these containers, how to check the IP addresses of any container. So we can utilize docker inspect command. So with this command, we can identify the IP address, or else we can do one thing. We can execute a command inside this docker containers, exec -it win container 1, and then PowerShell, and the command is ipconfig. So this is the IP address 192.168.12.10 is the IP address of this win container 1. And what is the IP of another container, win container 2? So we'll try to get that information. So 192.168.6.179. So this is the IP address of the container 2. So how the IP addresses are assigning, right? So by default, when you install a Docker engine inside your host operating system or Linux or Windows, so Docker will try to create a by default bridge network. Okay, So let's try to understand ncpa.cpl. So this command will try to open the network configuration inside the Windows operating system. Here you can see Ethernet 3, Amazon Elastic Network. So this is the by default network to assign an IP address to this host operating system. But when it comes to the other one, so vEthernet, it's a virtual Ethernet and the type is NAT1 and it's undefined network, and the description here you can see Hyper-V virtual Ethernet adapter. That means when you install a Docker, this particular network interface, virtual network interface, it is got created inside the Docker engine. Let's try to open the properties of it. And let's go to the IPv4 protocol and then go to the properties. Here you can see 192.168.0.1. So this is the IP address range. And from there to here, this is the subnet mask. So in this range, so the containers are getting the IP addresses. Here you can see 192.168.6.179 and 192.168, another IP address also fall under this subnet range, right? So this is how, when you are creating any Docker containers, it will try to utilize this virtual Ethernet card and it will try to assign an IP address to your Docker container. All right. So we have created two containers, right? So I want to connect to container one, Docker exec-it, win container one, and then command is PowerShell. So from this container, I want to ping the second container. So for that, I'll try to use ping. What is the host name of it? Let's check this host name. This container host name is win container one. The other container name is win container two. Let's do one thing. Not host name. Use the ping command and then win container two. There you go. I can able to ping the second container from the first container. So by default in a Docker environment, so the network part will allow to communicate one container to another container. Let's say we have just created two containers, and it will try to allow communicating one container from another container. So this is how the Docker network will work inside the Windows operating system. Let's come out from this Docker container, and so let me stop and delete all the containers. Docker ps-aq. It will stop all the containers, and then we'll try to remove them as well. Okay, so Docker network ls. So this will give you the information of available networks inside your host operating system. Let's create a network, our own network inside a Docker engine. So for that, we have a command called docker network create, and then we need to specify from which driver you want to create the network. So as you can see, the drivers are available NAT and null. So we always need to use the NAT driver when it comes to the Windows operating system. -d stands for the driver, specify the driver name is NAT, and then followed by the name of your container, my_network. Okay, so before creating, we have only two networks, NAT and none. And if I go to here, the virtual Ethernet card interface, here you can see only two. One is physical and one is virtual Ethernet card is available. That's it. So I'm just executing this command. So this particular command will try to create, it will create a network. There you can see my network is just now created, and this is the network ID. So if I go back to this interface, here you can see network connections. One more new virtual Ethernet card is created, virtual Ethernet card. And if you try to identify the ID, so here the network ID is 79421E. And if you can see the same thing, 79421E. So it's just created a virtual Ethernet card. If I go to the properties list and IPv4 properties, here I can see the IP range 172.22.80.1. So let's go back to the terminal and do one thing, docker network inspect, and then the network name, my underscore network. So it will give you the subnet range and the gateway information and the information which is related to the network. If you try to observe 172.22.80.0/20, so this is the range. So if you go back to the network connections, here you can see 172. It's matching. So that means when you create a network inside a Docker engine, it will try to create a virtual Ethernet card, and it will try to assign some random IP addresses that are available inside the host operating system. If you want to change the IP address range, you can come to here and you can change this address so that it will try to update and it will try to give the new IP addresses. All right, so this is how the Docker network will create. And let's do one thing. Let's try to create two more containers this time. So I will try to utilize Docker run -it, and then let's use the same old commands. Let's remove this, and I want to assign a name called win_container_1, and then host name is win_container1, and then utilize this image to launch the container. All right, container is launched. Let's launch one more container. That container is network 2. I mean, not network 2, Windows container 2. And we'll try to assign a name to this. And I want to create this container in my network. All right, so let's try to change some of the parameters over here. --net is equal to my_network. So if you want to launch any container against a specific network, you can utilize this option --net. But previously we haven't used this --net option. By default, it will take the default network, and when you are launching a container, it will try to utilize the default network and it will try to assign an IP address to it. But if you want to create a Docker container by mentioning a specific network, you can use this --network part, so that it will try to create this network inside this. Sorry, it will try to create this container inside my -network. Okay, let's execute this command. It is also created. Let's do one thing, docker ps, 2 containers are up and running. We can't get the information which container is a part of which network. All right, so for that we need to get the information like docker inspect win_container1. So we are inspecting the first container. So with this, you can try to identify. So this is the IP address of this container, right? So in which container it's created, in which network it is created. Here you can see the network part is NAT, and IP address is this one. Let's inspect the same for other network, other container as well. Windows container 2. So here you can see at which network, inside my network, and the IP address is this one, 172.22.89.246. Let's do one thing. We'll try to ping the Windows container 2 from the Windows container, which we did previously, right? So connect to the container docker exec -it win_container1 and then PowerShell. So you may try to understand, this is the win container 1. I have connected to win container 1. I'm pinging to win container 2. All right. We can able to ping that as well. We sent 4 requests and we received 4 requests. Okay. And let's do one thing. Get the IP address of the win container 2. So this is the IP. And connect to the first container. And then try to ping the IP address of the second container. It's not pinging. We can able to ping with the host name, but with the IP address, we cannot ping. It will give you the request I made, because those 2 containers are differently in 2 different networks. Okay. Why we need network inside an Docker engine is, let's say by default, the nature of a Docker containers inside a Docker engine is, it will try to communicate with any another container, which is part of the same host. Let's say in this host operating system, we are running 3 containers. So those 3 containers can be capable of communicate with each other. So that is the by default behavior of the Docker networking. But if you want to bring some isolations inside your organizations, let's say 2 organization people are utilizing your Docker environment. Let's say project A and project B people. So project A people application should not communicate with the project B people applications. So this is the main funda, and this isolation you need to bring to isolate the 2 different applications, right? So you can create 2 separate networks for project A and project B, separate network for project A and separate network for project B. And this is how you can bring the isolation to your applications which you are hosting inside a Docker operating system. All right, let's do one thing. Let's exit from exit from this container, and then let's try to create one more container in the default network. Okay, let's do one thing. Container 3, and the name is win_container_3. Okay, so let's grab the IP address of win container 3. Right, so from here we can get, this is the IP address of this one, and try to understand, guys. Container 1 and container 3 are created in the default network, and container 2 is created inside the my network. Okay, I'm just connecting to the Windows container 1, and I'll try to ping the win container 3 to prove the things. I don't know, it got stuck. All right, so machine is hanging. Let's do one thing. Let's connect to the win container 1 and try to ping the. Okay, so we need to provide the correct PowerShell name. So there you go, it's just connected, and ping. Okay, so I'll try to get the IP address of Docker inspect _container_3. So this is the IP address. Copy it and go back to the previous terminal and paste over here. And this is the IP address of the container 3. I'm connected to the container 1, and I'm just trying to ping the IP address of the container 3, because these 2 containers are created using the same network. There you go. You are getting the response from the container because they are created inside a single network. Let's go back and grab the IP address of the container 2 because it is created in a different network, right? Docker inspect container 2, and this is the IP address. Just grab the IP. And then do this thing. Ping, and then the IP. So it's not pasting the IP. Let's type it 172.22.89.246. 172.29. 2289.246. 2289.246. Let's cross check. 172.22.89.246. 172.22.89.246. There you go. We're just trying to ping the container to, we are getting a request timed out because this particular container is created in separate network. So why container network is required? To isolate the applications which you are hosting in the containers. So the by default nature of a Docker containers is it will try to communicate with any container if you create those containers inside a single network. That's it for this video. In the next video, we'll try to see how to map the ports of your container and then host operating system to access the applications. Bye for now.